Hello guys, welcome to this video, and this video I will show you how to use Key Vault to secure the credential. So in previous video, we just seen how to connect or mount blob container in Databricks. So we just hard coded or just coded the secrets and the credentials like this, but this is not a secure way and also not good practice. So this video we will see how to use Key Vault to store this credential and access that. So there are multiple ways to do that. So one is using Databricks own backend or internal database. Second is using Key Vault. So I will be using a Key Vault to store these values and will show you how to create a scope. So for that we need to create some scope in Databricks and store the credential in Key Vault. The first step, I'm going to create a new Key Vault for me. So just go ahead and hit add, and here just use a search with this Key Vault and go ahead and create. So this will ask you, we have to choose subscription, then Key Vault name. So I'm just typing my name and the location. So I'm choosing the same South India, so which is the closer data center to me. And pricing tier, you have a premium and standard. I'm choosing the standard one. So soft delete, I don't want this option. That's it. Then review and create. Okay, so this will once the validation is success, so we can create the resource by hitting this create button. So normally it takes a couple of minutes, but it won't take much time. So you can see that now the deployment is in progress. So we have to wait until this deployment is completed. So that's it. This is deployed, and we can go to the resource, and we have options like keys, secret and certificates. So this time we need to store some secrets. Okay, and I'm choosing the name like all these things I need to store. So let me open one more console so that I can store the values. So basically I'm just going to store this container name, storage account name and my SaaS token. Okay, so I'll have to create something here. Go to the secrets, then create or import, then the name, I can just type first name container name. Okay, and the value is what is the name of the container. So my container name is demo. Okay, and these things we can leave as default and then create. And we just need to create this secret, then writing the name as account name, then type the value here like just. Okay, so that is my storage account name. Go ahead and create that secret. And so we need a key also, like this key we need to store. So whatever the secret key, so this is the SaaS key. So basically you can go to this Databricks demo, and here under the storage account and access key, but this is the shared access signature. And if you have created any signature, you can see, or else you can just generate based on the whatever the privileges you need. But I already created that and copied, so using the same key. So I'm just copying that key from here. Okay, and copy that, and in the Key Vault I'm just creating a name called whatever the name you can use, my key, and just to make sure like you have copied the correct one. That's it. Okay, and create. Now in our Key Vault, so we have 3 keys, three secrets, not three secrets. That is a my key, account name, and a container name. So we have all these three values are stored in this key vault. So we can restrict the access to this key vault, so based on your security, like best practices. So next step is to create a scope in Databricks. So for that, take the URL. Okay, so this is your Databricks URL. Just remove this part and then add hash secrets create scope. Just enter. Okay, so what you have to do is just append secrets then / create scope, so to this Databricks URL, and you can create a new scope. So scope name is my whatever the name you can add. I'm just typing as my scope. Okay, so you should remember this scope name because you may need this in your code. So leaving everything as default, and so we need to fill certain details like so key vault DNS name and the key vault resource ID. So go back to the AWS Azure console, then go to the key vault, then scroll down and go to the properties part. Okay, so just scroll down a little bit and see get these properties. Okay, so the DNS name you can copy from here, add that detail here, and resource ID, get the resource ID, just copy that and add that here. One more thing, if you go to the access policies, so you can see one access policies by default, so it's a owner who created and I have this privilege. So if you add a scope, so you can see one more user or app ID will be added here, so that is a Databricks app ID. And once this is done, so we can go ahead and create. So make sure you remember this my scope, this name. Okay, so just copy that, go ahead and create. So it won't take much time, so the creating the scope will happen quickly. So you can see the message like the secret scope, so my scope has been created. So now we can go back to our workspace and my workspace and go to the demo notebook. So anyway, first we will unmount this mounted volume, and this is our hard-coded values. Like you can see the container name, storage account name, and keys are all hard-coded. So let's remove this. So I'm going to type this part, dbutils dot secrets dot get. So we will be using this function to get, and scope, whatever the scope name. So the scope name is my scope. So this is the name that we define in the scope definition, and the key name is container name. So whatever the key we defined in the key vault, so we will get that secret, and key name is container name. So this name we need, so we need to add that. So this function will return or get the key from the. So also we will just see if the access policies has generated for Databricks. Yes. Okay, so we will add that, and similarly, so we just need to add for storage account and security token, but we need to change the key name. So for storage account name, the name is account name. Okay, so instead of container name, so we just need to account name, and the key, just use this key and use that. Okay, so if you look into this code, so you can see this is something like just you can see one function and key name. You cannot see the actual value. So values are stored in the key vault in backend. So let's go ahead and run this cell and see whether it's running or not. So dbutils.secrets.get. So the secret does not exist. My key. Okay, so this is typo. I'll just run the cell again and see whether it's running or not. So you can see the Spark job is running. So you will have to wait some time to complete this. So basically what it do, get these variables or values in these variables and using the same dbutils fs mount function, and instead of hard-coded value we just use dbutils secret get function to get that value, and reading the CSV file which is stored in that mounted location, and then printing that. So you can see the value is printed. So this is basically data which is stored in the storage container, and it's making use of this key vault to get the credential. So this way, let me just summarize the steps we have done. So we use the same code, and so we have our created our key vault and store the keys like account name, container name, key, whatever the secrets we need to hide, so you can store it here. Then the next step is to create the scope here. So you just need to get this URL and append the secrets create scope, and then create a scope. So you should remember the scope name, and use this function like dbutil secret get, and you can use this. You need to know the scope name where you define, and whatever the key, the scope name is corresponding to each key vault. Okay, you can create the multiple key multiple scope also, and by using this function you can get that value. So this way you can secure this code in much better way. I hope you enjoyed this learning. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.